Hello everyone, this is Carolyn from the Kimberley in Western Australia again. How's everyone today? I hope the weather's treating you all well. We've got 41 degrees here today, so the only thing to do is stay inside in air conditioning and do some craft. So this is my latest journal. I've just made this little bag for her to go into. A little bit of layering there, just lots of collaging in this one. I haven't used a kit. Having said that, I've used Valerie Kruger's Roses kit as some of the base pages, and there's a few little things in here that Valerie has sent me as wishing tree mail, so they're in here and I'll point those out. So this is the book. Her name is The Lady of Yesteryear. I've used a nice old tapestry material there for the cover, some layering of lace, lovely picture, paper roses, little embellishments, and then that's the spine. That can clip on or off there. Now, because all of my journals tend to be a bit chunky, I decided to do an extra wide spine on this one to see if I could keep it flat. It worked for a little while, but then it did still get chunky. And full of lace. And in this one I have a mixture of faux ephemera and a few pieces of original ephemera that I've acquired along the way. The sari silk closure there. Not very good at doing these things upside down, sorry. Okay, here we go. So she's still quite chunky, even though I've only done the wide spine and two signatures. So here we have a letter from the bookmaker, and this is one of Val's images here. Paper clip with some little pieces, and our first piece of original ephemera there. It's a very old postcard. Most of these postcards are dated 1915 to 1935. Here's another one. Lovely old postcard. I can't see the date on that one. And this is one of my nice paper clips. I love doing these paper clips. We completely cover the clip. And this is lovely. This is 1915 is the date on this, and somebody has done some lovely watercolour pictures there, just on some watercolour paper. And that's a pencil drawing. Another, I think that's watercolour as well. And that went to somebody in Invercargill. So lovely pictures there. Bit of old wallpaper and embellishing. I've just done lots of embellishments of lace and tea and coffee dyed paper, a little faux cameo there, some more ephemera in here, and a bit of vintage lace on a card there. Just a little tag there with a tuck on the side. And a piece of old French ephemera. Some lovely old vintage buttons there. And this, I like this page. This is a advertisement out of a 1953 magazine, I think it was. And you can see how old it is because of how cheap the flowers were. Here, 63 cents, 33 cents. You don't get flowers that price nowadays. And that's the page out of the magazine with the advertisement. And I've just tucked a couple of little cards there, journaling cards there. This is a nice big tag with a flip there, and then some, that's original old pad paper, it's not coffee dyed. And then here we have some nice little tags, very old piece of petticoat lace, and that transfer I did on a piece of vellum, and it's a bag. So in the bag I've got lovely old postcards. This is actually a birthday card, but it was so pretty I thought I'd put it in there. And that's Her Majesty Wilhelmina, whoever she was. And then on this side we have some more little images. Most of the images are of the yesteryear ladies. Some of them are Victorian, some of them are just the early 1900s. Here's a few colourful bookmarks in here. Just with lovely images on them. And I've just put some silk seam binding on there, and that's just a little envelope, bag. It's the afternoon, I'm tired, I'm making lots of mistakes. Another nice little piece of ephemera there. Just a bit of journaling space on the back. And that's the front. These books are a good way of just using up some of your stash. This is all very old lace. A little bit of crochet doily there and ribbon there. Just a little in here, a bit more collaging. This was some vellum that Valerie sent me in my little wish list box. It wasn't a little wish list box, it was a big wish list box. And these are little, and this is part of Valerie's roses kit as well. And some embossed card I did there with these little tiny postcards in the top. Another nice figure. This is a Tim Holtz paper doll, and I've just done a little bit of stamping on a glassine bag there. Couple more postcards in there. These are coaster size postcards. I haven't done those before, I quite like them. I'll put them in later. Just an old typewriter there and a bit of stamping, just a prompt for you to do some writing on that page. And on this page we have, this is the middle of the first signature, we have these two nice images and just some more ephemera there for writing on. I won't pull them all out. And that's the other side of that bag. And this is a lovely piece of lace here. I've just done a little flip there. I've left a lot of blank pages in this book because I thought it would be nice for whoever gets it to do a lot of journaling in. And here I had a very old jigsaw puzzle, and I mean really old. And I just thought, I wonder how I can use that. So I've done that now to start with, and you'll see later I've done another book and I've put some on there. But I quite like that idea. I haven't seen anyone use jigsaw puzzles, but I thought, well, give it a go. And this is a bit of collaging on this page. So this is my faux ephemera here. And a guest check pad. Little pocket. And I thought I'd do a little bit of collaging on this side of the paper bag. Quite like that. This is a lovely old postcard. it's actually got no writing, so that could be used for journaling as well. But wasn't it lovely? They did some very romantic looking things in those days. And then I've got some more faux ephemera in here, which can be written on the back. And just a little image of an old telephone box. I remember those from my childhood. Who else remembers? Is that giving our age away? Saying we remember those. And this is some more faux ephemera, just the old Singer sewing machine. They mostly had their clothes made or made them themselves in those days. So there's just some little sewing ephemera in there. Another journaling spot. Just hinge that on with a bit of calico there. And this is a original magazine cover from a 1933 magazine. I just thought I'd put that in there. There's a little bit of old memorabilia. Serviette with a bit of collaging. Grandmother's story here. This lovely tea dyed or coffee dyed paper that's been dyed with a doily, I received from Mary Castles as a wishing list gift or rack gift. And that's a nice belly band that I've just collaged all of that. And a big journaling card. And then this week in the mail, as some of you may have seen on Facebook, I received from my daughter a beautiful old ledger book, and I just couldn't resist taking a page out of it and putting it into this journal. But that's 1921 page, and that's a out of a chemist ledger book. So I got two. I got a salary and wages one from the 1920s, and this chemist one from the 1940s. It's beautiful. But the interesting thing is that this paper is not brittle. You know, some of the old music paper, when you bend it, it just snaps. It's so brittle. But this is quite thick. It's quite interesting, actually, the texture of it. Another one of my paper clips there, giant paper clips. I have to say they're my favourite thing to make. I just love them. And they're so easy. Just cover the paper clip and you wouldn't even know it was a paper clip. A piece of ephemera there, little tickets. 2 shillings. Who remembers how much 2 shillings is worth? I was telling someone the other day at work that a young fella that I used to do gardening when I was a child, and he said, "How much did you get paid?" I said, 2 shillings. He said, "How much is that?" I said, 2, Bob. Yeah, how much is that? 20 cents. Oh, he said, "What would you do for 20 cents? But we did, didn't we? We did lots of things. Bob a job, we used to call it. Bob a job. And we'd go out and work for 20 cents. Children wouldn't do that these days. Another journaling page, just with a little creative sticker there, and this lovely doily with some washi stickers on. This is an envelope or pocket that I received from Valerie Kruger again. Just got a little image in there, and there's another one in here, which I can't get out without my nails. But anyway, these are really nice. A good way to use up book pages. Just some more little faux ephemera cards there. Life is a collection of moments. We're all living moments in time at the moment with this COVID, aren't we? Here's another old page out of a old magazine, 1928 magazine, this one. And it's just an advert for a holiday to South Africa. I thought this sort of had a bit of a romantic feel about it, this journal, so I popped that in there. I wonder if South Africa's a romantic place to go these days. Just another paper clip there. And another journaling card with a little ticket in it. More blank writing space. And this is a little bit of my 3D embossing that I've done, and just used it as a little snippet there. Oh, this page I like. This is all, what would a lady be in those days without a perfume? So that little paper clip I got from Val as well. Some little washi stickers there. And this is a perfume loaded pocket. Of course, everything, I fumble all the time when I'm online, on filming. Sorry about that, ladies. That's me, in a nutshell. So this is a loaded perfume bottle pocket. There's the word vintage there. It's a little bits of ephemera there. It's an old pocket, and then in here I've made a little secret note space. It does go in there. And these little pieces all go back in here. I'll pop them all back after. A bit more collaging with lace there. Fair bit of lace in this one. I just love the lace. Look, this is another original old postcard. It's got King George on it, so I think that's 1935, is it King George? And that's an envelope that I've covered and decorated. And what have I put inside of that one? Oh, on this side I've got a lovely piece of lace here that I got from Linda McPherson, and a few little cards in there. One of these little owl brads there that I love. Some nice old music paper. Another old piece. This piece of music was very old, and it just, when you bend it, it cracks. So that's why I've popped the washi tape on it. I don't particularly like the washi tape on it, but it just needed something to strengthen it. And that's a very old lace, that one. And then in here, another little envelope, which I've just stamped and inked up, and put an old piece of paper in there that matches the envelope. I've just crinkled it up and distressed it so that you can write on it, but it looks old. When you crinkle it up, it all makes it soft, actually. It feels really soft. It just goes in there. So that's the middle of the second signature. So there's quite a bit of space in here. You could add photos, just a bit of embellishment up the top there. And this is another piece of old ephemera here, which is just a journaling card folded up. So you can write in there. And this is the other side of that envelope, except this side I glued down and just did a bit of stamping, a bit more collaging. There's another card in behind there. Some nice little images for cards there. So this journal, I'm actually going to sell this journal. It'll be my first one that I sell to somebody that I don't know. I've made a few journals now, and I've sold them mostly to people at work that people that I know that have bought them as gifts for other people. This is a few more little apathy cards here, sewing in nice little pocket there. That also was one of Mary's little gifts to me. Mary Castles, thank you if you're watching. This is more of Val's Roses kit. As I say, I am on Val's design team, but I wouldn't say that this was a design team project because it hasn't got enough of the kit in it. I've just used a few of the pages. It's a bit of old graph paper. The other side to that doily. And when I inked the doily up, it went through on that page, and I actually quite liked it, so I left it like that. And the back page, I decided to leave that blank, just with that lovely paper that Mary Castles gave me, just so that you could add your own things there, or photos, or you could even journal on it if you liked. So we've got a few lace tags here, lace hanging down bits, and that's the back cover. So as I say, this one is going to be for sale. If anyone's interested and would like to PM me, they can. All the ones I've made so far, I have sold to work colleagues. So this will be the first one that I'm actually putting out there to sell to whoever wants to buy it. Now, just because I have a daughter in Melbourne that's in lockdown, and she likes to doodle and draw, so today I made her this little, last night I sat up and made this little art journal. So this is the first for me. I've never done this. Used lots of multimedia there. I started off with gesso on black cardboard. There's the other side of the black cardboard. And I gessoed it, and then I've glued all these bits and pieces on. I've used Tim Holtz Distress and acrylic paint, and then I put what are they called? The accents, glossy accents on the little bits and pieces, and I've just put a little charm there. If I was going to make these to sell, I think I would embellish a few more pages, but with this one I've only just done that on the front page. So that's a bit of texture crackle there that I've done, and on that one, and a little letter to my daughter in there. And I've put a few bits and pieces in there that she can use for embellishments and start her off if she wants to, but it's 300 gram watercolor paper that I've used, and I've used these rings, and it's the first time I've used these rings, and I really like them. Really easy to use. So I hope that'll give her something to doodle on while she's still in lockdown in Melbourne and Metro. She's in Brunswick, so they're still in stage 4, I think it is, where they're not allowed out and what have you, and I know she's getting a bit bored, so hopefully that'll help with that. Okay, that's all from me today. I hope you all stay safe, and happy crafting. Thanks very much. Bye bye.